Okay, let's begin. First of all, I would like to wish everyone happiness and peace, and you are welcome to our temple. Um, Today is January 16, which is Monday. Now time is 7. I would like to mention you that there are some people join with us online, and sometime people get into this meditation later on as it is recorded and saved in the YouTube. So I warmly welcome them as well. And our effort here is to give you some opportunities to understand you through an investigation of your own mind and body, and it is one of the accepted ways to explore inside of our mind. We all know that human life has two parts. One is physical body, and the other one is mind, what we call psychology. And one needs to understand both exactly as they are in order for anyone to live peacefully. Sometimes people have very healthy physical body, but they are unable to cope with mental issues since they do not know what the mind is and how the mind works. Sometimes people have very unhealthy physical bodies, but their mind is pure because they know how to keep their mind keep and clean and clear with awareness, compassion, and uh, our body needs a lot of good food, water, medicine, and that sort of things, including physical exercise, to keep it healthy and peaceful. Likewise, our mind needs physical attention and also mental food. The mental food that enrich our mind is awareness, compassion, kindness, joy, and also doing some mental exercise on the physical body just to enrich our mind. So the meditation is coming in the first place in this regard, because when you meditate, what you do is, improving the quality of awareness. You try your best to be aware of your body for a certain period of time, or any bodily factor like breathing. Then your mind gets training to be here and right now, because our mind is always with something we did in the past or something we are going to do in the next moment or next day or next month or next year. Be due to this wandering nature of mind from past to future, future back to past, and so forth, mind doesn't stay in the present moment with anything we do. As a result, we get frustration, disappointment, anger could arise due to frustration, disappointment, and a lot of craving and greed arise in our mind due to unmindfulness about the present moment, present condition of our body and mind. So that meditation provide us a very nice opportunity to cultivate that awareness, which is very important. And under the basis of awareness, we can develop other important psychological aspects such as kindness and compassion and wisdom. So that meditation is really required. That's why you are here. And those who join with us online should be blessed with the same feeling. May you all meditate well with us today with some luck and also fortune, and may your life would be peaceful forever. So, without further ado, I just want to begin the session by chanting some Pali phrases. The Pali is one of the oldest languages from Indian subcontinent, and it is believed that the Buddha talk about this. Even we people from Sri Lanka do not talk in Pali. It's only a scriptural language. So we do recitation these few lines just to concentrate, and you don't need to recite unless you are able. You can look at the paper and think that this is helping me for me to concentrate. Okay, so if possible, with close, I listen to my chanting, and then with instruction we begin the meditation. And if you know or want to see how I chant it, look at the paper and try your best to do something different. And it's up to you to decide what you need to do with the chanting. Okay, once again, giving blessings to you for happy and peaceful meditation. I'm going to start the recitation. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhang saranang gacchami. Dhammang saranang gacchami. Sanghang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Panatipata veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Adinādāna veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Kāmesu miccācārā veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Musāvādā veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Surāmeraya majjapamā dattāna veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Sabbe sankhara anicchāti yada paññāya passati atanibbindati dukkhe esa maggo visuddhiyā. Sabbe sankhara dukkati yada paññāya passati atanibbindati dukkhe esa maggo visuddhiyā. Sabbe Dhamma anantati yada paññāya passati atanibbindati dukkhe esa maggo visuddhiyā. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, let's begin meditation now. Now be mindful about your body with gentle approach to the meditation. You have closed your eyes so that it would be easy for you to be mindful about the body. Imagine you are standing in front of a huge mirror. What you see is your body from bottom to the top and from the top to the bottom, across, around, and everything is visible for you. Right now, your mind is able to see each part of the body, the head, the shoulders, hands, the trunk of the body, legs to the toes. We feel the sensation of the body. By touching the surface of the body and also some muscles. You feel the warmness, heartbeat, the blood circulation happens always. Having checked the body physically and mentally, you better focus the breathing at the nostril. Bring your attention to the nostril and see whether you can feel the in-breath and out-breath. If you don't feel it, it's important to take a long in-breath in and a long out-breath. Do this few times till you can easily watch it and feel it. Leave the natural breath as it is and you observe the in-breath and out-breath silently. Then the mind doesn't go anywhere. It's going to stay with the breathing. A lot of unrest, unhappiness, suffering arises when our mind wanders here and there. But with breathing focus, the mind has only one thing to deal with, that's the breathing. So friends, now watch in-breath and out-breath at the nostril, and this is to calm down our mind. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, understanding the body. Breathe out with happy thoughts. If your mind is still wandering, just take it back to breathing over and over and make your mind centered on this breath, and as a result, there will be peace, physical relaxation. Be aware of the entire body once again. Check your head, shoulders, hand, legs, and front and back of the body. Is there any difference with these sensations and also the sensation you had before the meditation? You spend some time in checking your mind and body through breathing. And now you have type of awareness, the body. In a short while, you are going to develop your mind with loving kindness. Before that, if you want to change your posture, you may do so. Otherwise, stay as you are. Now we are going to cultivate loving kindness in our heart and mind. This is really important to feel our life important for us. Instead of having unwholesome thoughts in mind, we cultivate loving kindness and other wholesome thoughts. Look at your body. This is me sitting here on the cushion for peace and happiness. We know the fact that this body is impermanent, subject to change, subject to illness, subject to aging, yet I have to take care of this with awareness, compassion, and kindness. Develop your mind about you in this way. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May no harm come to me. May no difficulties come to me. May no problems come to me. May I be kind, compassionate, patient, and courageous. May I be able to overcome greed, hatred, and ignorance. May I be free from anger, ill will. May I be free from lust, greed, attachment, craving. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. Let your mind think about this wonderful feeling about you. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. Your happiness is always depend on personal as well as family, social happiness, well-being. In other words, being happy for you doesn't mean that you complete every aspect of happiness. You need your mom, your dad, your child, your husband, wife, brothers and sisters, and friends. Anyone who is close to your life should also be happy, like I do, so that direct your loving thoughts towards them in your heart. May they be well, may they be happy, may they be peaceful. Be generous to extend these friendly thoughts towards them for their well-being and happiness. That way, negative emotions are going further down in your heart. May my family members, friends, and relatives be free from greed, hatred, and ignorance. May they be kind and compassionate, wise and mindful. May they all be away from physical and mental illnesses. May they be well, happy, peaceful, relaxed. Next, it could be your colleagues, friends, and relatives who live in distant places. Maybe people you like very much, your teachers, friends who help you overcome suffering. May they all be well, be happy, be peaceful. May they all be free from suffering. May they be free from greed, hatred, ignorance. May the wholesome energy from you travel to those people that you know, that you value, that you appreciate, and may their physical and mental and energies be well, be positive, be productive. May they be well, may they be happy, may they be peaceful. It could be somewhat easier for many people to extend loving kindness to the people you like. Sometimes it is difficult because of the level of anger, craving, ill will people have. Here, recognize the importance of loving kindness in heart and distribute or deliver it to everyone, even people that you do not know, people in each continent. Globally, you travel with loving kindness and wish everyone happiness and peace. Young and old, men and women, poor and rich, powerless and powerful, and those who are in hospitals, in the street with different unfortunate experiences, and those who come to this world even right now, and those who leaving from this world. May all humans be well, be happy, be peaceful. And now, as the last step of this cultivation, think about all living beings in the universe. We see only humans and some animals, but there are other living beings who are invisible due to their different dimension, and may they be well, happy and peaceful. No worries, no barriers. You are free from everything. Let your loving thoughts flow into the vast universe as an energy and make each and every living being happy with it. May all living beings be well, be happy, be peaceful. Life is always changing, yet the kindness, compassion, awareness, wisdom should be kept unchanged in mind in order to make the life much productive and meaningful. One day the physical body will be discarded just like garbage, but the quality of life depends on what you have in mind. So friends, develop this mindfulness kindness, compassion, and wisdom always. May all living beings be well, be happy, be peaceful. Just like this bell started with loud noise and ends with a voice that is nearly not possible to hear, everything in this world has a beginning and end. Keeping that idea in mind, listen to the bell and be mindful about it. It is also a part of meditation. Okay, open your eyes and make your seat comfortable. That's the end of the guided meditation. Okay, friends, that's the meditation part with particular attention to our body and mind and whatever we should develop in our mind. Now we move on to discussion. Anything important should be discussed. Any difficulty in meditation should be discussed. And having discussion, we can clarify certain things, and that way we can make our meditation easier and progressive. So, do you have any concern and questions about meditation? Okay, if sometime you may have, when I start talking about something, we always select to talk something important for our life. So today I want to talk about getting rid of anger. Actually, we were in a discussion about this uh, 1 hour ago uh, with the panel. Uh, so I thought of having it again in this meditation and the discussion too. Why we need to understand the method of overcoming anger or resentment or hatred. Is anger good for us? Is hatred giving us happiness? What do you think? Now, anger, hatred, ill will, resentment, irritation, by these terms, what we discuss is something negative in now. It's just like a germ or virus. It's not good at all. You may be thinking that why don't we consider good those good viruses, right? Um, no, at some point, you seems that these negative thoughts really kill us, and the wholesome attitude in us could not be found because of the severity of negative thoughts. Human life is always beautiful and meaningful when only we have good qualities. So anger or hatred, irritation, ill will is like a poison, it's like an enemy. It always take us away from peaceful lifestyle. Whether you are a religious person or not, whether you are mother or father or daughter or son, whether you are elderly person or young person, no matter which age you are in, no matter which position you hold on, and no matter uh, what area you live, which language you talk, we are all human beings, and we find difficulty with this common enemy. If you look at the world, before you go into your own mind, the global, national, regional, social, environmental, all the problems come into effect because of negative emotions. If you look at the wars, armed conflict in the world, people may interpret them in a different way, like this happened because of this happened because of that, and so. But if you dive into the root causes of the problems of wars, you find that one or the other or everybody else stay in stayed in unwholesome state in their mind, greed, power hunger, and being unable to be patient, cruelty. Nothing wholesome was there for them to do that. Every time when armed conflict or any conflict happens, there are those negative emotions. So anger is worldwide enemy, right? So it is said in the teaching, sometime you come across this in the YouTube or Facebook or whatever, those social medias, that information is transferred very quickly. When you are angry, you are the person who, get unwholesomeness first. It's just like you are going to get a fireball or something, and you are going to throw it to somebody you don't like. It seems that in the surface levels, it seems that you are going to hurt the other person by throwing that fireball. But before the other party gets hurt, who is getting, he was getting the bad thing first. It's the one who throw it, because you have to hold the fireballs from your hand and throw it. And it says that you keep it in your hand for a couple of seconds. Likewise, being angry seems good into a certain extent when you see somebody does something wrong, and your anger might prevent them doing something wrong. But at the same time, we should regard our own well-being. With anger, you cannot do much, and you feel burning issue. Your heart is burning, your whole body is going to be negative with the anger. So if you look at the anger from each angle, you might come to conclusion that this is really good and this is really bad, and you don't need scholarly interpretation and research to be done to do that. You can understand it from your general sense. The very important point we should understand is how we are going to overcome it. What do you do when you overcome anger? Have you practiced anything to overcome anger? When you are not angry, have you thought, how should I get out of anger when anger comes? Usually humans do not plan their life to be away from unwholesomeness when they are not unwholesome. They get the maturity of life uh, as it goes, like from getting a degree and being with the nice people. They naturally study these things, but people do not plan to study methods of dealing with negative emotion. This is why meditation is really important. Meditation teaches us how to be mindful first, and when mindfulness is developed into a certain extent, there is some essence in your mind. That essence is nothing but knowing quality is developed in your mind. Being able to notice everything in mind is developed. And with that, you always see how anger come into being. When you do not develop your mind with awareness, you do not know when and how these negative emotions come. But when you practice awareness, you ahead of those negative things know that this is coming. How about if you can suppose you have a kind of different view from your eyes to see that things that other people cannot see. So then as a result, you can see viruses exist all the way around you and other people do not know. So you take precautions. You can get away from the particular place viruses exist. Likewise, friends, when you develop mindfulness, you have an additional extra view about knowing those problems and root causes of problem before they come to you. Sometime, depending on your skills, you realize negative emotions like anger as soon as they, they arose in you. So to overcome anger, what you need to do is basically anger might come to you because of your own activities. Sometimes anger comes because of others' physical, mental, verbal behaviors. So first case you need to remember is, in case of a person whose behavior by way of body is impure, but whose behavior by way of speech is pure, you should get rid of hate or anger for that kind of person. You can find one person in the society with impure actions, but his speech is good. Sometimes people do bad things, but he might have or she might have very nice talking, very nice conversation. So if you find such people, try your best to overcome anger in you, considering that at least this person has very nice talking. It's just like you find some good quality in that particular person with many bad qualities. Just find one quality. So try to let go of anger in your mind, because anger is yours. When you are angry for some bad activities of some people, the anger is yours. It is you who develop anger in your mind. So the other party or anybody else cannot take it out. It is you who should take it out. So it is said that the anger of anybody or who is having bad activities, but looking at his pleasant talking, just take the anger out. That's the first one. In the second case, the person's behavior by way of speech is impure. His talking is really nasty, unwholesome, unpleasant, but his bodily action is pure. Sometimes people talk rubbish, unwanted things, but they are practically physical activities are really helpful. I know one person is always talking something unwanted. Sometimes his conversation make people angry, but he always tend to help others, even spending hours and hours for others for nothing. He does that because that he likes it. Giving rides to people who cannot ride for free of charge. And if I ask him to come here and help me with something, vacuuming and cleaning the kitchen and washroom, he might come and do it, but he's unable to control his speech. He's not good with that. So when we have such type of people in our normal behavior, we may be able to cultivate compassion and kindness for them, considering at least these people have good physical behaviors, physical action. That's the second type of people you should deal with in terms of getting out of anger. Third one, both bodily action and verbal action are impure, but his mind is good. Sometimes people talk rubbish, unwanted things, and do bad things. However, at different situations, we can check that their mind is good. There are such people also. We know the fact that if their mind is good, that should come from their words and action too, because mind is something invisible, and always what we do and what we say are from the mind. Yet, there are such situations that people do not have anger, hatred, ill will in their heart for a long time. It's just like lines drawn in the water. In the summer, we go to lakes and rivers, and we make different lines, but it disappears immediately. Likewise, some people anger, some people hatred are like those lines in the water. We make a lot of nice drawing in the beach, but if the waves are too big and the waves erase those things we draw in the sand, sometimes people's anger like that. We can make cycles in the sky. As I do, you can see the cycle, but immediately it's gone. Some people's anger, irritation are like that. It's only for a short period of time because their mind is good. However, they are unable to restrain their words and action. They always talk something negative, something bad. Perhaps they do not know the polite way of conversation. So anyway, if you find such people, try to give compassion and kindness yourself by considering that quality of those people. And the fourth one is this: there are some people who are really bad, verbally, physically, and mentally. We have that, we find that type of people also in this society. Physically, verbally, and mentally, all are bad. So in that regard, you better give some kindness to them also, not expecting, you could not find anything of these people as good, wholesome, and profitable and beneficial, but you are a human being and have compassion for these people because they are weak people. They are negative minded people. At some point of their life, they will understand the importance of life, such as the situation they experience aging, sicknesses, and so forth. Sometimes people become like that because of not having love and affection in the proper time it should come to their life. They look at the world as enemies because each experiences they had in childhood, in the middle of their age, negative. I met one young guy some time ago, and he was talking that his mom was not kind to him, his dad was not thinking about him too much. When he was grade 10, 11, from 8 to 11, um, he wanted that love and affection from mother and father, but he didn't. His brother and sister, were not that kind to him as well. So anyway, he was able to hang on, but now he's uh, you know hateful and angry about his family, and he, because of the bad influence and experiences at home, he is now having only hate about the society. Then fortunately he started meditation because he thought that nobody loved him. Then he started meditation, tried to overcome his anger inside, and finally he thought that it doesn't mean that he was going to correct his parents and brothers and sisters, but he was able to find a line to go forward without that bad attitudes of his life. So if you analyze that kind of stories of fellow human beings, what has happened is we should have good friendship, good association in our life. We should have very kind-hearted, generous people who give us a lot of inspiration for better life. Not with money, not with other things, but with attitude-wise. So if you find someone who is really negative, physically, mentally, and verbally, just have a thought in mind that may this person be good at some point, and keep your compassion for them. Uh, you should know what to say and what to do with these particular people, because it could be really dangerous if you are unmindful about ways of handling. So keeping all these good things in your mind, be careful. However, that positive energy you have about him will change the situation for him or her. The last one, the fifth one, is all good. Physically, verbally, mentally. We find those people and they are always good with all the things. So these are the 5 types of people we come across in the entire world with regard to overcoming anger or with anger. So the best and the foremost thing we should understand is recognizing anger, irritation, ill will in us, and deciding that it is really bad for our physical and mental health, and try to remove it as soon as we notice, because it's fire, it's burning, it's a poison, it's a bad virus. So do we like to live with something negative? No. We love ourselves. We like to be healthy and productive and meaningful, nice always. So why don't we harbor something negative in us? So only thing we need to do at the first stage of removing anger is to develop some awareness in us to notice negative emotions like anger. And then mindfulness means, a quality in mind, taking everything. If good things come, take in with respect. If bad things come, check them and remove them. from the gate. The security guard is always doing that kind of things at the gate. The security guard check the identity of us and ask the purpose of visit and screen. And if something bad, is with us, or if our identities doesn't provide enough support for him to decide that we are not harmful, he doesn't allow us to go in. Likewise, mindfulness is doing that duty for us in our mind, to protect the mind. So we should keep that kind of security guard in us always. The most valuable treasure you have is what? The gold you have, the gems, or the money? What do you think? It's your mind with compassion. Friends, the money we have to leave them away when we leave from this life. Sometimes money doesn't do anything when we are sick. Money itself cannot help us overcome suffering from any disease. Money doesn't help us when we broke up with somebody we love. Money doesn't help us for any natural disaster. You can argue that if you have money, you can go somewhere and buy a new house and live peacefully and so forth. But money itself doesn't mean that everything is provided. What is most important in our life is wisdom, compassion, generosity, kindness. If you have these qualities, wherever you go, you are supported by. Nobody can steal these kind of thoughts. Suppose your computer, your car, your valuable things, and from generation you kept certain things with so much respect. They might be gone within 1 second if tornado comes, if the house is dropped. But your compassion, kindness could not be stolen by anybody. You are so rich with this. Today's world, for today's society, we need that kind of people, rich with mind. Rich with material things is required to maintain a peaceful state of mind, but the most important thing for today's world is kindness and compassion, wisdom, generosity. So whatever meditation you continue to do should direct you to have that kind of things in your life, and then you win the game. So that's all I wanted to share. I think you are nice people and wise people, intelligent. You can think of what you need to have in your life based on the teaching. Try your best to get them into a practical way of a practical life, and make your life much happy. So anything you want to say? Any questions? You don't have anything? We are going to end session with reading the closing rituals. So before this, I just want to let you know that if you have any questions with regard to the meditation and any facts of life, you can talk to me personally and also other monks. And that type of one-to-one conversation sometimes provide us a lot of tips of productive meditation. Okay. So let's get the paper and turn into closing rituals. This is Buddha's words on loving kindness. Let's read it together. This is what should be done by one who is skilled in goodness and who knows the path of peace. Let them be able and upright. straightforward and gentle in speech, humble and not conceited, contented and easily satisfied, unburdened with duties and frugal in their ways, peaceful and calm and wise and skillful, not proud or demanding in nature. Let them not do the slightest thing that the wise would later reprove, wishing in gladness and in safety. May all living beings be at ease, whatever living beings there may be, whether they are weak or strong, omitting none, the great or the mighty, medium, short or small, the seen and the unseen, those living near and far away, those born and to be born, may all beings be at ease. Let none deceive another or despise any being in any state. Let none through anger or ill will wish harm upon another, even as a mother protects with her life her child, her only child. So with a boundless heart should one cherish all living beings, radiating kindness over the entire world, spreading upwards to the skies and downwards to the depths, outwards and unbounded, free from hatred and ill will, whether standing or walking, seated or lying down, free from drowsiness. One should sustain this recollection. This is said to be the sublime abiding, by not holding to fixed views, the pure-hearted one, having clarity of vision, being freed from all sense desires, is not born again into this world. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. That's the end of today's session. Thank you very much for coming and participating in the meditation. Your presence make us happy because your good energies uh, in this beautiful environment, and we became so happy with that. And we wish you very good night, and may the days from now on come to you with so much happy and peaceful state, and may your life be well, happy and peaceful with love and kindness. So would like to see you again. Thank you for coming once again.